Hi, it's the Beducator, Jeff Shire, owner of Mattress To Go. I'm always getting questions from customers asking how can I tell if the mattress is new or used when I go shopping for one. And you hear terms like overstock or clearance or discount or closeout or liquidators or secondary bedding units, SBU. What do these terms mean, if anything? So I thought I would put all these things together in one Beducation video and hopefully provide you with a little bit of assistance when you're out there shopping. So the first thing is, what would these stores be selling? Well, they could be selling brand new mattresses. They may be using these terms in the name of the store to draw you in as a bit of an advertising ploy. These could be overstock items. Now, generally in the mattress industry, we don't tend to have too many overstocks. Most mattress companies are just-in-time manufacturers. They create things with the raw materials on site right before they need to be shipped to the retailer. That way they don't have too much stock on hand. It's more efficient. Also, when most stores go out of business, they tend to run going out of business sales where they sell off as much of their inventory as possible at as high of a profit as possible, because if they do sell the entire store to a liquidator, they're only going to get pennies on the dollar. So that's not something that they generally do. These stores may be selling warranty returns. Now, in a store like mine, if I did have a defective mattress, let's say somebody had the bed for 6 years and it did unfortunately develop a defect, these do go back to the manufacturer. The manufacturers generally don't just throw them in the trash. They'll load them into a semi, and then when they have a semi full of these warranty return products, they'll sell them either to resellers, or stores are often allowed to bid on these products and buy them as an entire semi-lot. So they never really know what they're getting. But these are used mattresses that were in someone's home. Sometimes they're run through a bagging machine. Sometimes the stores get them, just the mattresses by themselves. Now, these could also be comfort exchange mattresses. Some stores will offer a trial period of 90, 120, 30 days for you to keep the mattress and then bring it back to the store. Now, an honest and ethical mattress retailer will then sell that mattress at a discount to a reseller who will then sell it to other stores that specialize in selling products like this. Unfortunately, in the industry, most mattress stores, when they get a comfort exchange, will simply put it back in a plastic bag and sell it to another customer, unbeknownst to that customer. So that's always something that you would want to check when you're out there shopping for a mattress. Now, here's how you tell what you're getting, or at least a way to help you tell what you're getting. The first thing is always just ask. Most retailers are honest. They're going to tell you, hey, we deal in used mattresses. These are comfort exchange. These are damaged goods. They come without a warranty. And they'll tell you right up front, this is what we do at the store. That's always your number one option. Simply ask the people. Also check to see if they're an authorized dealer. If I'm an authorized dealer for, a Sealy or a therapeutic product, generally I'm not going to be selling used bedding on the same floor, or I'll have a separate area where I'm saying this is an SBU, secondary bedding unit area, where I'm letting you know that these are used products, nothing to do with the new items on my floor. So if you have quite a few different brands on the floor and you're not an authorized dealer for many of these products, these are probably, returned products that they're buying somewhere else. Also, check on the law tag of the mattress. We all have to have law tags on these beds when we sell them to let you know that they're brand new materials. There should be a tag on the back if it's used saying used materials. There are some manufacturers out there that specialize in making used mattresses. They'll have used inner springs and used padding materials on the inside, and then what they'll often do is pillowcase that product with new quilting material and new border material on the outside, just sewing it up to make it look like new on the outside, but it's used on the inside. And they should have a law tag, and here in Michigan, it's a yellow law tag that says secondary bedding. So you'll want to look for that. That's a way to tell. SBU, which I've mentioned a few times, is called secondary bedding unit, and this is one of the terms used within the industry, along with gently repurposed bedding, that lets you know that this was a previously owned mattress. Usually when manufacturers sell these semi-lots of warranty return products, they'll call them secondary bedding units when they're sold to the different vendors or different companies or stores that offer to buy these products from them. Repurposed bedding is another term that you may find in the industry. Again, this is just another politically correct term for a used mattress. Also, scratch and dent is a term that could mean quite a few different things in the industry. Normally, if a mattress would ship to my store and let's say it's accidentally dragged and you get a little bit of a burn or a tear in the product, that's usually sent back to the mattress company and they'll remanufacture the mattress, replacing the damaged part. It's pretty easy for them to do this, and then reship it again as a brand new product. It's never been used. If there's enough damage to the product where it's not worth their time to repair, they'll often sell these again to resellers without a warranty. And they'll let you know that there's enough damage in there that it just wasn't worth their time to repair it. Most of the places that sell things that are scratch and dent should be honest with you and let you know exactly what's wrong with them. They often aren't told what's wrong with the product, so you have to trust the reputation of the retailer to know exactly what's going on. And they should be able to show you physically the reason why this product is coming without a warranty and why that is termed scratch and dent. In the end, it really comes down to the reputation of the vendor that you're dealing with and the rapport that you developed with the retailer. If they're being very honest and letting you know when you walk into the store, you see, the beds are all wrapped in plastic, which is usually a sign that they have only ones and twos of certain items. That's usually a sign that, they're selling either a used or a scratch and dent or a damaged or a non-warranted item. And they should tell you up front, hey, this is what we do. We're giving you a bit of a discount on the product because it does have this damage, and you're getting the product maybe not knowing exactly what's wrong with it, but you're getting it without a warranty. This is the trade-off for getting the item at a lower price. If you don't feel that comfortable with the store, or if it sounds a bit too good to be true, which is common in many industries, you may want to back off a little bit and take some time to reanalyze the situation. Because, again, in the industry, things can be too good to be true. So take your time, ask questions, be polite, and if you're uncomfortable, walk away and shop at another store. Hopefully that helps you out.